Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name's Yolanda and you're watching Life of Yoli. I want to thank you so much for being here today because I know there's like 1,000 other places that you guys could be, but you chose to be here with me and keep up with Life of Yoli. So today I kind of want to hit the nail on the head that I have a huge regret. Huge. And I know throughout your life everybody gets regrets that happen, but this regret is permanent. Today we're going to talk about my tattoo. So I have very hidden tattoos. I don't have very many, but the ones that I do have aren't really that visible to the naked eye. So my first tattoo that I ever got was this one here, which is in purple ink, and it says Carpe Diem, which is seize the day. Very popular saying when I was in high school. And then my second tattoo is actually a lotus flower, which is between my breasts, and it's in red ink. And then I have a heart back here in red ink, and my my fourth tattoo is this one here. So I have a video the day that I got it. I had a moment of crying, wishing that I could scrape it off. Panic attack. I called my cousin, I called my best friend, I called my dad. So it was a tragic moment. But I have a video that I'm going to include in this video later on, and also a picture. Okay, so the way that this happened, right? How did this happen? How did you get that tattoo? What the hell's wrong with you? I understand. I asked those same questions. So I've always wanted a Friday the 13th tattoo because for those of you who are younger than 18 or just haven't heard of it because you're not into tattoos, Friday the 13th happens every once in a while in certain months. It's not just 1 month all the time, but the last one that happened was March 13th. So pre-COVID, so it was just like a spur of the moment thing. I was like, I have a really good friend named Nikki, and she was like, oh, you can go to this place, and I should have listened to her. And I was like, no, that's too far, and I have to set a reservation. It's probably super busy. So I was gonna stay local, right? Not go towards downtown, just stay here in Katy. So when I did, I found, well, my boyfriend found this tattoo shop not too far from our house. So I was like, okay, so we go inside, we sign in, and they have like a bunch of sheets, like 4 or 5 sheets just plastered everywhere. And they're very strict, like you can't add anything, you can't take anything off. If you do try to, you have to pay like the shop minimum and we'll finish it for you. So other than that, the Friday the 13th tattoo sounded magnificent. Like I thought it would be great. $20, you got to choose a lot. So long story short, the wait was probably like an hour. Like an hour and 30 minutes. So in that hour and 30 minutes, if you know me, you're gonna get to know me if you don't know me through this. But if you know me now, you know that I have anxiety about everything. So I was sitting in the tattoo shop and I was just looking at all these, and I was set on like 3. So there was one that was a lipstick, but then I was like, not to be rude to anybody that has a lipstick tattoo, but I just didn't feel that that was for me. So I was like, okay, I don't want that anymore. And then there was a moon, a very cute moon, was probably tiny, like way smaller than this. And I was like, ooh, that's really cute. So then for probably 35 minutes of the time I was set on the lipstick, then I was set on the moon, and then I was like, well, maybe I can do something to like honor somebody in my family. And I'm like looking, and there's a meat cleaver. Again, for those of you who don't know me, my dad has been a butcher for close to 30 years. So not like a butcher like they teach you today to cut certain, no, like he can do everything, like old school. I want to honor my dad, like I'm gonna get a meat cleaver. So then like the last maybe 15 minutes of the time that I'm waiting, they're like, I can see all the people before me go, and this girl got a really cute like Jason mask guy, and it looked like a sticker. It looked so good. And so I'm like, okay, cool, like mine's gonna come out just as good, even though that's not what I was. So I noticed that all the people in front of me were going. It's getting down to the nitty gritty, like it's one more person in front of me and then it's my turn. So I was like, oh, what am I gonna do? the moon, the lipstick, the meat cleaver, and then I saw the girl that got the Jason mask before me, so I was like, you know, that looks pretty cool too. Maybe I'll go with that. So I was very indecisive. So number one, don't go in very indecisive. Don't go into anything not knowing what you want, especially if it's a tattoo. And I get that it's Friday the 13th and that shops have, you know, different designs every year, every time it happens. So just be careful, you know, like take someone that can talk good into you and help you. And not that my boyfriend didn't talk good into me. I just think that it was me. Like, of course he's going to agree with me. So I went through like 4 or 5 choices, but the last 3 that I was stuck on was a lipstick, a moon. The lipstick left the chat room a long time ago, but the moon and the meat cleaver were really like the big ones. I should have gone with the moon. So anyways, time comes and I commit. I'm like, I want the meat cleaver. And he was like, okay. Tell me why I decided that. Like, the way that I look, the way that I carry myself, the way that I act, I was freaking out, and I told Tony after the fact. Like, we got home and they wrapped it up, and I went home and I still had it wrapped up, and then finally when I got home I like peeled it off and I had a moment. I was like, this is stuck on me forever. So with that being said, I freaked the F out. And I'm just gonna show you up close, like a girl like me to have blood and a knife on her arm. So those of you who do know me probably didn't even ever get to see this tattoo because it was not something that I wanted to show. For a while after I got it, I went over to Tony's dad's house and I had a Band-Aid on it because sometimes for work we have to do meetings. I work from home. I've been working from home pre-COVID. I have actually been working from home in June, I think it was a year. So the way that we meet for our meetings for work is via webcam. So sometimes when I'm talking, I'm like very animated, and so I did not want this to come up like for work. So I was wearing a Band-Aid from working that day. So when I went to see Tony's dad, he goes, why do you have a Band-Aid on? And I was like, it's a long story. And Tony, being Tony, was like, oh, come on, you have to tell him. Go ahead, it's so funny. Like, her. And so I peeled it off, and I told him the story, and he laughed. And this was back in March or April. And everybody was saying, you know, this is a good thing. Like, this might be a good video one day. This could be funny. And so that's what I'm doing with this. I'm embracing this. I'm sharing it with you guys now that things happen to anybody and to everybody. And you can't let it get you down. Like, I'm actually working on a cover-up for this, and it's super cool. And hopefully when I do get to do it, I'll get to show you guys and document it, and you guys can laugh with me at the old one and be happy for me with the new one. Hi, Madden. So yeah, I just wanted to tell you guys that. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys enjoy my embarrassment video. Do not call me or FaceTime me after I show you this because I won't answer because I'm upset. I got a Friday the 13th tattoo and I fucking hate it. It's a butcher knife with blood. There were like 3 pages of choices. They were $20. Tony was gonna get one and he couldn't get one because of his transplant. And I picked a lipstick at first, but the lipstick looked huge. So I was like, maybe I'll do a moon. The moon was like maybe this big. And then I was like, no, I'm gonna get a butcher knife because of my dad to symbolize it. I highly regret this.